Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Sorry about it being so long, but I've been really busy out shooting. We've had some really bad weather and now we got really hot weather. Mosquitoes, oh wow, we got the mosquitoes. So anyways, figured I'd better post something. I've been busy shooting. I've been shooting, and I'm creating because I found my style of photography, as some of you know, a while back. I'm now creating my own way that's unique to me of metering, and my own way unique to me of developing. I'm not going to get into telling you that because it's unique to me and it's going to stay unique to me, but I'm sure you're going to see some differences, especially retaining highlights and shadows. It's you pick up a little bit from all the old pros that you see that are doing developing, and then all the old pros that are doing metering, and some of the pros that I watch go all the way back to where they're on film, and you catch little tidbits of that. And then I look at how things are reacting to the way I'm taking photography and the way I'm want to have my unique photography have a unique look. Simply because watching all the YouTube videos, I'm not bashing YouTube videos. I'm not particularly bashing YouTubers because I'm one myself, right? That would wrong. There are other photographers. It just seems everybody's doing the same thing, following the same suit, no matter what they're doing. And a lot of their videos now are becoming, the top ones are just entertainment. Basically, they're traveling all over, and you realize that some of these guys, they've been on YouTube for 10 years, and when you really look at their photography without looking at the dates the videos were posted, you're noticing they're not evolving. So there's a difference between being a photographer that evolves, that is into photographer and professional photographers, even like the old masters. And I believe there's a huge difference between that and then being YouTube famous. So there's a little tidbit from me. Whether you like what I say or not, I really don't care, because that's my opinion and that's the way I am, right? But I'm pretty sure that a lot of other people are noticing, and that's okay. That's right. That's what they do. But I'm into something totally different. I want to be evolving to a point where I'm pretty much am there. I've got my style. I have my style of developing. I have my and the technique I use for that, and I have my style of metering. And I will tell you that in order to set all these cameras I'm using now, I have taken my Solidgore digital spot meter, my vintage spot meter, and I have recalibrated the meter, not to factory settings or what scientists and that say. I've actually recalibrated it to my style of shooting and what I want it to do. So so that took a lot. So from there, all of my cameras get calibrated to that. So that is one thing I'd like to tell you. So that's what I've been doing. I think I owe you an explanation. I've been very busy doing that. Very involved. The one person that I'm day in and day out that I'm conversing and bouncing the ideas off of and showing results is my good buddy Patrick Hollins down in Pennsylvania. There, we've become quite close bros actually online, and we both really enjoy photography, and he's a good guy to, thanks Patrick. His birthday's coming up right away, actually. So anyways, from there, we're going into this new, what I'm actually making this video or about a part. See, I'm a naturalist. I don't go out and redo this video because I made a mistake and chop things out. I am who I am. So here we go. So when I was a child, about 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old, there was this excuse me, there was this camera that was always hidden in my parents' dressers and hidden in a cedar trunk and stuff. And it was like a brand new camera, but it was so enticing to me. No matter how many spankings I got, I went and I got into that camera. And I remember my mom being so upset about me getting into this camera. And it may have been because we were very poor people, and my father may have actually bought this camera on the workplace, deduction off your paycheck thing, because I don't ever recall seeing my father shoot this camera, but it was a new camera. And I remember the last time I got into it, I got a really good whooping, which never deterred me. Go figure. And all of a sudden, I heard the heated discussion about the camera, from what I vaguely remember. And I think I could hear my mom saying something about take it back. But anyways, the camera disappeared. So all the way up until a few weeks ago, here it is. This is not the actual my father's camera. This is the actual camera. Not the one that was hidden in the bed, but the camera that was there. So it's a 1964 model Yashica Mat EM. It's got a selenium light meter, and what was it? An 80 millimeter 3.5 Yashica lens. It's and you can see why I was so intrigued as a child when you covered the light up, dials moved, and it was such a beautiful. I always took it out of the case. Oh my gosh, this came in a case. So I got a screaming deal on this from a lady that was selling. I believe it was a lady. I'm not too sure. You never know on eBay. And I took my chances because they're just like pickers. They're usually selling clothes and puzzles and door handles and dish stuff and kitchen supplies, and this camera was in there, and I have myself locked onto another one identical to it actually because I like it so much. So my father's camera. So what has inspired me to shoot this camera is Patrick Hollins picked up a camera that his dad would get after him if he got into, and it was his father's camera. So he finally picked up that camera, and it was a Yashica as well, Electro 35. I can't remember the full name of it. It comes with all kinds of really neat stuff. He got it. He picked it all up, but he always talked about shooting his father's camera. And I see so many old masters, female and male, saying, my father bought me my first camera, or this was my father's camera. So I really wanted that feeling and that experience of actually shooting my father's camera. So I did it. Right? I don't need to, I can miss a few meals. So I got a good deal on it. When it showed up, I was totally amazed. So what you are going to see here, the meter works, and for me to adjust the meter to the way I want to do my shooting, I just do that with the ASA settings, right? So the meter's bang on this camera. And there's one thing I have discovered though, during all this metering that I will tell you. I've used digital cameras to set the meters on a lot of my manual cameras that don't have, any kind of built-in meter. And I'm noticing that digital cameras, their sensors are not picking up the same adjustments that the film cameras meters are picking up. They're not the same. They're not the same. They're within a stop or whatever, but if you need to be totally accurate where I have to be with my new developing system, I cannot overexpose. It's like I'm shooting with my techniques now. It is like I am shooting slide film. I've got no, there's no leeway of me messing up my exposures. They have to be exactly what they are, and the negatives do come out quite rich, so but full of detail. So anyways, I took this camera out and I shot 2 rolls of my father's camera. I really, really, really enjoyed it. The build on this camera is amazing. I can't believe the build on this camera. When everything is so tight, everything is accurate. It's just a beautiful piece of engineered machinery, and the shutter is so quiet. The shutter, like, there's nothing in there. I'd have to open up the back to reset the shutter. The shutter is so quiet. That's the first thing that struck me. It's like I'm shooting my little Contessa, my 35 millimeter Contessa with the leaf shutter. So it goes up to 500. So you can shoot flash on X all the way up to 500. There's no some people can you can buy kits to hook up a release, but this has a timer, and the timer functions perfectly. In fact, there's a few shots you're going to see where I had to run to pose because the timer is only about a 16-second timer. So it's got a timer. So I use it on a tripod. I just use the timer. All these cables and everything when you have this. I am so impressed with this camera. I'm so impressed with it. I'm so impressed with the quality of the glass in this camera. So that being said, here we go. So what you're going to witness here is my experimentation with 2 rolls of Ilford Pan F Plus through my father's camera, the Yashica Mat EM, deadly light meter, deadly accurate, everything's clean. What can I say? So let me know what you think about this new metering and developing style that you're about to witness. And I'll be back again because I shot rolls through the Bronica, I shot rolls through the Mamiya, and I've shot rolls through the Nikon F yesterday with the 50 1.4 and the 105 2.5 original glass that goes with it, using this method with their meters dialed in to all the same, everything's the same. So I'm pretty much sure I'm getting a full 14 stops of light on this Pan F Plus when I'm digitizing with my Nikon 810. So that's pretty serious, but you let me know. So yeah, long explanation. Sorry it's taken me so long. I'm working towards a big project. Still don't have the film. It's all on order, but I haven't clicked the button yet because money, right? But I still have the large format is still gonna happen. It's right here. It's there's so many holes to fill in, and I still got some lenses to buy because there's some special projects that are coming up that you will be filled in on as they mature and it happens. But what you will see happen in the future is I'm definitely going to have my own website where to see all my photography and a little bit of the B-rolls and the going over of the cameras with the whole explanation, almost like an ebook you know, that's going to be a Patreon or a buy a ebook thing. That's what's coming. It's so that's what I've been working up to all these years. And within another year, I'm going to be doing wet prints. So wet prints will be available. I looked at making signs, and I like this camera. So this camera's heavy. This little camera is heavy. I like the idea of making books, but I don't like the idea of what I see happening to the environment, and the whole cost involved in bringing in all these books and then having to sell them, when you can just go to, you know, my Patreon site, or go to something like Amazon, and just, you know, buy the ebook that you can play in 4K or whatever on your big screen TV, like we do with the YouTube's videos and stuff. So so there's a lot of photography you don't see, and there's going to be a lot of photography you won't see until you get in there, because my real art I do not show out in public. It has not been posted. Just my testing. So everything you've seen for all these years since I've been on here, on my Facebook and everywhere, is just testing. It's not my real thing. So here we go. I'll let you guys go. I hope you enjoy this. It's been a long time, so this took a long time to explain. I hope you enjoy the photos. Let me know what you think about the quality of this camera with my new system. Hang loose, everyone. Take care. See you next time.
In the quiet of the night, my head's going so loud. It sounds just like a party. Thoughts spin around like shadows they cast. I'm an overdose.